Hey howdy, it's me, Medicated Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the Art Villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. And I didn't think I was going to have any records today, but then I went out and found some records. It was a good day looking for records, a little bit pricey, but some good records that just you don't normally see. I don't normally see around here often, so I picked them up. So what's news? The only thing I got on the tip of my mind is I'm at the gym today. I'm in the locker room, and the swim team kids come in. They're high schoolers. All right. And okay, there are a lot of kids in there on time, and I try to avoid them when I couldn't today, and so I'm walking out of the weight room, and I pass this kid talking to the guy that does towels, right? And the kid's holding the baby basket thing with the baby in it. I thought, when I went by, wow, that kid's awfully young to be a father. So they go in the locker room, and then this kid walks in, and he puts the baby basket down on the bench, and the kid's crying, the baby's crying, and I'm not paying any attention. And then I hear the kid say something, well, they told me if it cried during the day, it wouldn't cry at night. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? And then the baby's crying. And then I realize that it's a fake baby. He's got a fake baby with him that cries. It's in the baby basket, just like a real baby, and it's crying. Well, then I hear him say something about the psychology class, so apparently in high school now, at least some high schools, I don't know, they have a psychology class. That's pretty incredible. I wonder if they actually learn anything about human nature in psychology class. Anyway, it was an assignment to carry this baby around. And the kid's like, he was pretty cheerful about it. He did say it was annoying. But for me, that would have been torture. But he took it in stride, I guess. I don't know. That was the weird thing. Then there was this old timer in there, and he sat in the stall next to me when I was in there. This is too much information. I looked over, he didn't have any toenails. Oh boy. Okay, let's go right to the records unless something else pops into my head that would be not appropriate to put into a video. Anyway, okay. So I went to the thrift store today, one I go to about once a month now, once every month. Found a few there, including this homemade record, not homemade, well, it's machine made, like one copy was made for whoever made it, and so I pick these up occasionally, and this one has got NOLA, it says NOLA on one side, and Bumblebee Boogie on the other side. Maywood, Illinois, all the way from Maywood, Illinois. So there could be something fun on that to listen to. And just because I've got most of his albums, but I don't have this one, it's David Carroll and his orchestra. Let's Dance to America's Favorite, Walt's Favorites. Might be okay. David Carroll, you never know. He was like, eh. And he did some super good stuff, and then he did some, I don't know which side of the thing it falls on. Anyway, also speaking of albums that are probably horrible, but interesting at the same time, it's Billy Vaughn. Singers. It's the Billy Vaughn Singers. There's Billy on the back. There's a photograph of him. If you don't know what he looks like, now you do. It's an interesting look he's got going on there, I think. Sort of the intellectual, but yet he sort of looks like a retired football player, or pro wrestler at the same time. Oh, is there anything? Moon guitar, that could be interesting. My Special Angel, Gentle on My Mind. You never know. Anyway, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's on a foreign cornet. It's cornet foreign. I think it's German. Yes? There's going to be guitar numbers, right? But there's some of the popular, like the Breeze and I, and Spanish Eyes, and so there could be something on there. It's a Brazilian Mood with Nelson Riddle. It's Carlos Jacome. Did I pronounce that right? So this could be good. And here he is on the back. If you don't know what, well, that's him on the front too. So you do know what he looks like, apparently. I've never seen a photograph of him, but there he is. So this could be good. Teaming up with Nelson Riddle, who did some jazzy stuff back in the day. I don't know if there'll be any of that here. Okay, go on to the next one. Just because it was a fun cover. It's the Lennon Sisters, that's right. Fun cover. I've already got a copy of this one, I know. But here it is again. It's Anita Kerr Singers. This is actually a pretty good album. I think the copy I've got, the cover was pretty trashed. Unless I found another one and replaced it, this will go onto the blog. It's a fun record. Anita Kerr was proliferous, and she did everything: composed, arranged, conducted, formed a singing group, and had a vision for it, which was different than some other singing groups. And just put out some many records, and good records too. Gypsy Magic. It's the Cardo's Trio. Just picked that up for a fun cover. Still at the thrift shop. That's right. Lloyd Price, Mr. Personality, 15 hits. Fun cover on ABC Paramount. I've got this one too, but I picked it up just because this Minty Fresh. Las Vegas Winners. I think the one I've got is Mini Fresh, but now I've got another Mini Fresh one. Pretty cover. My Heart Beats for You. Budget label audition. David McDowell and his orchestra. Got to be some kind of horrible music, but you never know. But anyway. Okay, going on. This will clean up. This is kind of grimy cover, but it's a Jose Mills. Jose Mills at the piano. It's one of his that I don't have, and he didn't make very many good records, although he had quite a career. As the Tonight Show deal there, he worked on the Tonight Show before Johnny Carson, if I remember correctly. Ray Anthony's orchestra, Dancing Alone Together, Torch Song for Lovers. It's a nice cover. Got a copy of this, but for $1 I had to pick it up again. Who knows, it might be a better copy than what I've got. Shelly Manne and His Men Play Peter Gunn, Fun Fine, great record, 1959. The Best of George, George Shearing, Best of George Shearing. Nice photograph of George. That's what he looks like. I think I've got this one too, but I'll pick it up again. Budget record, and George Nelson and the Fascinating Strings, featuring Alfie. That's right. And this was fun to find also at the thrift shop. It's Paige Kavanaugh Plays for the Cocktail Party. I think I've already had this one. And the story behind it's pretty interesting. Oh boy, I may have it wrong. I could have swore this was I'm not going to go into it because I think I got it wrong. But anyway, I can't even go. It's an interesting story, but maybe not the story that I think it is. I'll just leave the shrink on this. Guaranteed Perfect, 99 cents. I've got this record. But the interesting story behind this record, this is the first record I ever bought back when I was about 13 years old. That's right, there it is, right there. At like Big Bear, I think it was a record stand at Big Bear, which was a grocery store in the small town that I came from. And I bought it because I liked the guitar deal, okay? So there were interesting guitar songs on this guitar album, 35 of them in fact. Very, very many of them. But the first record I ever bought, I remembered the cover. This is a curious record, Music to Move Families By. That's right. Produced by Allied Van Lines. Allied is in the in every title, like Allied moves to Brasilia. So if you were moving to Brazil, you would listen to the jungle sounds, bongos, tempo block, conga drums, gourd, weave, and intricate rhythm as a background for guitars. Blah blah blah. Well, this will be good, but okay. They commissioned a guy, Dick Boyle, a gifted Chicago composer, to draft a musical theme. So apparently these are all originals on this record. That's fun, don't you think? Love is a Many Splendid Thing, another fascinating strings album. A little bit of shelf wear on that one, but interesting. On the back there, a bunch of records that Crown had out then, and this model is at least on 3 of them. This will be 4. The model's face, she got around. She probably worked in the office. I already have this too, but no, it's open. I thought it was sealed. Oh, well, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but what the hell. Arthur Lyman, you can't beat him. It's probably in excellent condition, even though it's open. And here's the Zy Zentner album I don't have. It looks pretty damn good. Exotic, that's not trying. That's Star, Lisbon, Caravan, Midnight Sun. There's a bunch of good tunes on there. It'll be like totally big band if I know Zentner's work like I do. Jackie Gleason presents Love and Embers and Flames. Couldn't remember if I had this one. Probably do. Now I got it again. Carlos Montoya. Guitarist. Carlos Montoya. And this was fun to find. The cover I think we'll clean up. Jazz Suite on the Masked Text. Paul Horn. 4 tunes per side. Sort of has something to do with religion. Thoughts on liturgy and jazz. Do I already have this one? Did you try to pronounce that word you shouldn't have and now it's on tape? Oh boy. Trade Winds, Romantic Island Songs by... I never recognized the name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but she's on a lot of records singing. She was a famous Hawaiian Islands vocalist. Pretty traditional. Anyway, this on Capitol. That's a nice cover. It'd be nice. Now at the record store today, I stopped in. He just put all these out. He said he just put all these out, so it was fun to find them. They weren't cheap, but no more expensive than they would be on eBay, and probably less expensive in some cases. George Gates, exciting. Isn't that a lovely cover? George Gates made some really fine records, including really good Exotica record. Now I don't know how good this is going to be, but there's Madame Jazz, Royal Blue, Sophisticated Swing. It'll probably be pretty good. It's going to be hard to choose a record that features a sample. And a Herbie Mann album. I like Herbie Mann, mostly his earlier stuff, but just since 1973. Double record set. This wasn't too much money. Peanut Butter and Autumn Leaves. Even in 73, he's redoing these. Bayaya. Oh, Hide Behind a Record. Frenzy. Oh my God, it's just horrible. There's only 2 tracks on side 4, the Amazon River and Autumn Leaves, so an extended version of Autumn Leaves, that could be a lot of fun. On Liberty, a super nice looking record, Inferno, the John Buzon Trio. It's a promotional record, not for sale. Didn't notice that when I picked it up. That doesn't make it any less valuable, but just interesting. Caravan is also on this one. Mambo Rock, Moonlight, Chic Verbi. Good stuff. Good stuff. No date. And this is an awesome looking record. Great cover. National Recording Corporation, swinging Southern guitar. Look at that. Sheldon Bennett. He's captured a new sound in record albums created by a group of musicians, each an artist in his own field. I probably should feature something from that, but I don't know. There's so many good records. This is also a great cover. Don Kostchipper conducting I Don't Know Who, Jamie, and the J Saliva singers are, but it's a great cover. Arranged and conducted by Don Costa. Terrific cover. It'll be fun to listen to a set by the Saliva Singers, I think. Also on Liberty, another terrific cover and album, promotional, not for sale, guitars by Al Viola. Route 66 is on this. That's a fun song. Moonlight in Vermont, fun song. Sophisticated Lady, great album. Leroy Holmes doing the Bossa Nova. That's right. That'll be super nice. Super nice. And also super nice, really terrific find. On Liberty, it's Don Swan and his orchestra, Latino. Isn't that an awesome cover? In stereo. Just terrific, terrific cover. And also a terrific cover on this Hal Mooney album. It's Hal Mooney, Musical Horoscope. All the song titles are the names of horoscope names. Hal Mooney. Do you want to know what he looks like? There you know. Take a look. Now you know. Great cover. And last but not least, my favorite cover, saved for last, The Seven Deadly Sins by Bill Russo and his orchestra on Roulette. It's the Hot Babe with the Devil. Hot Babe with Devil cover. How can you beat that? So all the songs are titled after sins like theme, greed. Well, theme's not a sin. Greed, lechery, gluttony, anger, envy, sloth, pride as an epilogue. Who's on here? There's solos, theme solo none. Solos, there's solos on this. They're, as noted, solos. Clarinet. Just hanging out. There's a lot of bio information on here. I'll be typing forever. The good thing about the blog is it's allowed me to become a super good typist. I could probably go to work as a stenographer to finish out my work years. I haven't clicked the button yet to subscribe to Social Security. Do you get a magazine when you do that? It'd be nice. I don't do AARP either, those guys. I just throw there and the funeral stuff. I get the funeral stuff now. Like, are you almost dead yet? No, let's call us before it happens so that we can, sign you up and get you, in the system. I actually have a plot somewhere. I don't think I'm going to use it because I just asked my wife to make a lamp out of me. Like they do with the Chinese people. They plasticize them and they make lamps out of them. That's right. The Chinese. What would we do without them? All right. That's the end of it. Let's go right to the musical sample. Thanks for stopping by. Woo!